What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's Friday, August 30th evening. Still hotter than heck here in Alabama, but getting ready to roll into this Labor Day weekend. And I just got word the other day that one of my favorite things is in town, ABF Moto Dyno. It's a mobile dyno service. Guy runs it out of a really nice trailer. Last time I worked with him was at the small bore event at Barber Motorsports Park back in June, where we dynoed our big block CT70, and I just couldn't pass up the opportunity knowing he's back in town. Sorry about the coon dog in the background, but welcome to my life every day. But she's a good girl. We don't mind her. We're dog people. So let me just kind of flip you around here, and we're going to get right down to what's happening. I know we're jumping around a bit on these videos, but I couldn't miss the opportunity to dyno the big block again. So let me scoot you around here and tell you what's going on. There she is, a 1969 build Honda K0 CT70. If you've been following my channel for more than probably a day, and you probably know all about this bike. I've got a playlist on the channel with a lot of the work documented that I've done on it, and definitely takes you kind of through the evolution of what this is. If this is your first time checking it out, this is an original Honda frame from 1969 and swing arm. That's about it. Pretty obvious everything else came from somewhere else. But the evolution of this bike started out, put it together, originally had a 140cc 4-speed manual clutch clone engine in it, and ran that for quite a while. The gearing I had on that for the counter sprocket and rear sprocket was a 18-tooth front and a 35-tooth rear, and it was really torquey and snappy. But if you've watched the top speed run, it was rather disappointing on the top end, but it got there quick. So a few months ago, I swapped in this 212cc 5-speed manual, and there's actually, in the playlist, there's a video on it. BigFoot Bikes and Brews YouTube channel actually came all the way from out west and helped me do that. And I'll put a link to his channel down here. Make sure you go check him out. He's a heck of a guy when it comes to, fabricating and just doing things you wouldn't think to do. Anyway, so got the 212 in there, and I just didn't think about it because I was so excited about putting it in there. I did not change the gearing. I just didn't have anything ready to go. So she's still running the 18 front, 35 rear sprocket combo. And this past June at the Barber small bore event, I threw it on the dyno, ABF Moto dyno, and she did just short of 20 horsepower at the rear wheel. If you don't know, these were about 5 horsepower stock when they came out. I also had dynoed the 140 setup previously, and it did about 10 at the rear wheel. But with this gearing setup on here, it is super snappy, and it has way more torque than it needs for such a small bike. So, yeah, it'll pull a wheelie from a roll in third gear. However, I did have my driver take it out on the track at Barber, and he told me that he almost hit 70 miles an hour as he came up on a corner before he had to back out of it. And that's with that setup on there. So what I want to do before I put this on the dyno tomorrow, I'm going to change that, because I'm more interested in a little bit more top end and a little less low end, snappiness, because it's just not that much fun on a little frame like that when, first gear is pretty much useless. And I'm, full disclosure, not a wheelie guy. So what we got here is I've got some new stuff. I've got a 33-tooth rear sprocket and a 17-tooth front sprocket. So I've done a little bit of math on this, and I think what we're gonna get here is about 12% less torque, but probably about 12% more top speed, which is what I was after. And I can deal with a little less torque. What I'm really interested to see is what's that gonna do on the dyno. Obviously it's gonna spin the dyno faster, but I don't know how all that works. So we'll find out tomorrow. So I'm not going to bore you with the process of swapping that out. I think we all probably know how easy that is. But for today, we'll just close it out there. And just like this, we're at the dyno. All right, looks like we made it here to Ride Now Power Sports in South Huntsville, Alabama. Let me spin you around here and so you can see what's going on. Say we're still kind of early. They are having a cookout here. Just kind of check things out. This just kicked off here maybe an hour ago. A few rides sitting out here. The Honda Navi all modded up. Might have one of those in the garage. Have to check when we get home. There's that dyno trailer down there at the bottom of the hill. Let's take a peek inside here to see if they've got any Hondas sitting on the floor. BMW section. Here we go. I found what I was looking for. CL 500. SCL actually.
You got that camera going, especially biceps. That's all. I've never seen that.
Can you tell I want one? Over here, the mini motos, Kawasaki's, and the Groms. It's surprising how similar they look, or similar, if you will. All right, let's cruise on out here and check out the dyno guy.
Hey, if I'm in there, does that mean I'm famous?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I'm famous.
Thanks.
Hey, my name's Angie.
My name's Pat, Southeast Vintage Cycle Rescue YouTube channel.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, dude, that means I'm really gonna be famous.
You're going to be on the internet tonight.
Yes. Nice. Hey, buy a bike from me or anything. Just buy it from me.
Make me a deal on the SCL 500 and I'll buy it.
SCL 500. I can make you a deal.
Thanks.
Yeah, of course, of course.
Get down here to this dyno guy. Keep saying that, huh? Let's go see what's going on. There's the boss with the shorts. How's it going?
What's up, dude?
Good to see you.
Welcome back.
Thanks.
You done anything to that the world's fastest trail?
I did. I re-geared it last night. We'll see what happens. So let me get her off the trailer and I'll bring it over here in a minute. Hey guys, sorry to interrupt the program here. Just wanted to set the record straight on something. I had thrown some numbers out on my sprockets and whatnot, and after I made that video and did the work, I got to looking, and I gave you bad information, and I didn't want to have you chasing your tail based on some stuff that I had told you with the numbers and the sprocket sizes and whatnot. And I think I said I had my setup currently was an 18 tooth counter sprocket up front and a 35 in the rear. Well, after I went back and looked, actually I was running a 15 up front, not an 18. And then I told you I was going to put a 17 on the front and a 33 on the rear. So I did some more math, and I got to looking at it. It's like, well, let me just throw the 17 on the front and leave the 35 on the back. And that kind of got me where I wanted to be, which was a 13% top speed increase with a 13% decrease in torque. So, you know, a good buddy of mine, another YouTuber, he had a conversation with him a couple weeks ago, and he's like, when you make your videos, you got to put the good and the bad in there. Let me throw his picture up on the screen. Some of you probably know who he is. That's Preston Fraser from This Old Trike. He normally dresses that way too. It's strange, but anyway, I wanted to put the bad in here. I gave you some bad information. I didn't want you chasing erroneous numbers around. So let's get back to what we were doing. All right, we got it loaded up. He's got everything set up, wires and whatnot connected. And, we're going to see what this is going to do. We're going to throw an air fuel monitor on this one as well, just to kind of see where we're at with the carb tuning, if it makes a difference at all. It is a hot one today.
A little on the rich side. That's where I'd rather be. Ready to hit it again? Yeah. Another pole here. We have been running in fourth gear. Going to try a third gear pole just to see what the numbers look like. Was the move. 1810. Yeah, that'll work. ABF Moto mobile dyno. Good guy. What do you think, sir?
Strongest Trail 70 ever built.
That's why I call it the world's fastest, even if it isn't.
Shoot yeah. 1810, man. And you're running nice and rich.
Perfect.
Well, just a little rich.
A little on the safe side, I'll call it.
On the safe side, man.
Right.
It's air cooled. You want that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Don't get much better.
Thanks.
Pull her down for you,
ABF Moto, mobile dyno. Where are you out of?
Muscle Shoals.
All right, Muscle Shoals, if you're looking for it. All right, let's get this bad boy off here. Until the next time.
There we go, man. That's nice. The baddest mini muscle bike in Alabama.
I'm glad you said it so I don't have to. Thanks again, really appreciate it.
You betcha, dude.
All right, guys. Well, I guess, as I say, that's a wrap. We finished up at the dyno. We're back home, got everything taken off the trailer, put away. Just one more time, I want to mention, give a shout out to ABF Dyno out of Muscle Shoals, Alabama. I'll put a link to his social media down in the description below. I don't believe he has a YouTube channel, but I know he has a Facebook page. So if you want to get a hold of him or keep up with what events he may be attending or, you know, something like that, feel free to check him out. Also put a link in the description to that guy I showed you a picture of earlier wearing the Middle Eastern attire. That's This Old Trike. He's on YouTube. You got a pretty good channel if you're into that kind of stuff. Anyway, so where did we come out here? So we did the gearing change. You know, common sense says we shouldn't have lost any horsepower at the rear wheel. I was more curious than anything because we did go with a higher gearing than what we had, and I thought maybe the loss of torque and the increased wheel speed may have had some effect on things. Well, turns out we literally basically made the same numbers that we made the last time we dynoed this back in June, which is a good thing. We did try the standard poles were in fourth gear, which is what we did in June as well. Tried a third gear pole, picked up maybe half of a horsepower. So I know I'd mentioned earlier that I put down about 20 to the wheel in June. Again, little correction there. It was more like high 17s, but the guy that operates the dyno, he said you do lose a bit to that knobby tire. So back in June, he and I just rounded it up to a nice 20. So we're still in the same spot. We didn't lose anything as far as wheel horsepower goes. So that's a good thing. So the next thing will be, which I know is long overdue, we've got to go get my secret test driver and do a top speed run with this thing and see where we land. Also, we did hook up his air fuel ratio monitor to the bike this time, as you probably heard us talking about, and it's running, if anything, just a hair rich, which is, I'm okay with that. That's safe. I don't know if going in the other direction and what little gains we may get there would be worth the risk of potentially, you know, getting into, these are a high compression engine, and the last thing we want is detonation due to lack of fuel. So I think that's going to about finish her up for this one. Hope you all enjoyed the little tour around the dealership and watching the big block CT70 on the dyno again. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.